Well, it's Sunday out here at the Beetle Barn, the 17th of February. Anyway, we got a nice day, not real cold. Anyway, guess I'm supposed to push the record button, which in fact I have several occasions between the last video and this video, but none of it was worth crap, so anyway, didn't put it up. But today old Maynard here, he used to have his brakes adjusted, and pretty simple procedure, but a lot of people, you know, well, I shouldn't say a lot of people, but in my experience, even a lot of mechanics, you know, when a Volkswagen comes in, they kind of run the other way. They don't get it. But these are real simple machines, and so I was going to go ahead and adjust the brakes on this today. It's in need. They are not self-adjusting. Anyway, so I'm going to do that, but I was going to scrounge around and find some parts and throw down on the floor, and that maybe will explain the brakes on these things a little bit. I guess we can see those two parts on the floor there. What I have first here, if I can do this, is this piece here, and this one here is actually the rear backing plate and brake setup from a Type 3, which is a fastback / square back. Probably I don't know what year, maybe around 1970, 71, give or take. And what it's got, you got your backing plate here and your wheel cylinder up at, you know, one end, which would be probably the top on this thing. Yeah, definitely. This is on the top. Your rear axle goes through here. Actually comes this way. And you have a return spring here. You'll have another return spring here. And then on the backing plate it has this block that has two hollows on either end and a little spring-loaded piece tacked on here. And then into these hollows, these little star affairs go, and they're like a barrel that rotates in that hollow here, and then they're threaded on the inside, and they have a little foot that comes out with a slot in it for the shoe to fit in here. See, there's a little slot here. I guess I could probably, well, it depends on how long since this thing's been apart, but anyway, so the shoe goes into there, theoretically. There we go. And then when you push on your brakes, of course your wheel cylinder opens up and expands the brakes here. Anyway, these little stars, to adjust the brakes in and out, you rotate these stars. I guess if you had an automatic adjustment, probably one side of the car, you know, would have a little foot on a cable or something that clicked it. So one side would be left-hand thread, the other side would be normal. But on this particular deal here, they're just normal threads, both of them. And to adjust your shoes in and out, you just adjust these stars, which is what I'm going to do. This square back one has two access holes that normally have a plug in them. Pop them out and you run your screwdriver in, and you just click your star whichever direction to tighten the shoes. An old Maynard there, it doesn't access that way, and what I have to show the way I'll be adjusting his is just this old, well, I shouldn't say old, it's an NOS front drum off of a bus, pretty big monster, same animal as would be on Maynard, except his would be a little smaller. But on the older style, what you do is your drum will be on, and you can access those stars from the front through this hole here, so you don't even have to take the tire off or anything. You just rotate it to the proper position and run your screwdriver through and just click, 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 you know, whatever direction you need to expand your shoes out. And I generally run them out until they're snug, and then I back them off a click or so till when I just spin the tire, I can just barely hear it touching the shoes. And you know, after you step on the brakes once or twice, they're back out of the way, and anyway, you're good for a few more thousand miles before you adjust them again. But you do have to routinely adjust your brakes. They're not automatic adjusting. On some of the old buses, you know, it's got a wheel cylinder here on the type like Maynard has, just one wheel cylinder. But on some of the old buses on the front, they have this style, which actually is 2 half cylinders. So you would have one shoe here, one shoe here, and then when you step on the brakes, the fluid comes in here, hits this one, and then runs through the little tube to the other one, and their pistons push on each shoe. So you have half cylinders. This is actually a fairly expensive setup for getting parts, but it's for the older buses. You adjust them the same way through the access hole and adjust your little stars. Anyway, that's a short little blurb on what I'm going to be doing to Maynard here, so I'll go ahead and adjust Maynard's brakes. Well, to get the nose of this up off the ground, I just take my floor jack and center it under the beam. Go ahead and raise it up. That'll lift your both front wheels up off the ground. Makes it pretty easy. But this car, go figure, I got it lowered a little bit, and I have to raise it by hand to get it underneath my stabilizer in the front, because I'm a bit lowered and I have a larger than belongs there bar on it, so makes it a little bit of a pain. But anyway, go ahead and raise it up till we're free. There we go. And then we grab the right tool for the job. And okay, on the front of these old bugs, rather than the wheel cylinder being at the top and the adjusters at the bottom, the wheel cylinder is on the back and the adjusters are on the front. But it's basically the same setup. It's just in a different location. Anyway, we'll get over here and see if maybe you can see what I'm doing. And that ought to work. I'll probably be in the way, but we'll see how it goes. I think I'll grab a light. Makes it easier to take a look at what you're dealing with on the inside if you have a light. Better figure out which direction to turn those stars, although it shouldn't take more than a few clicks in the proper direction for those brakes to be adjusted up. So go ahead and warm the old light up. Another thing I found in the shop for trouble light is I don't use the old incandescent bulbs anymore. I use these fluorescent things, and you can drop them, bash them around, and as long as you don't hit the glass, they keep on working. Drop a regular light bulb, run a work light, and it's pretty much done. Anyway, so go ahead and take your screwdriver and get your cap off, maybe. Find the spot. There we go. These caps have 5 clips underneath. Right here, spring clips that hold them on this lip here. Set it aside, and then you just see if we can see it. Right here is that hole I was talking about in the drum. So we go ahead and bring it around to the proper location. That's where the light comes in handy. You can look through and actually find those little stars if you're lucky. Well, I see the clip, so I know where the star should be. Probably right about there. And then this one here, the block is right here, and the threads to make the part that's on the shoe go inward, I want to turn the star this direction to tighten down on those threads, so I'm going to want to back it out the other way on this particular one. Anyway, you kind of have to feel around in there until you find the spot. And see if I'm even close there. This light sucks. Where is my star? Okay, there's one. And there, I'm onto the shoe, so right there. Should be the other. Should be right there. You'll feel it when you get on it correctly. You can feel it rotate. Okay, there it's tight on that shoe. So I back it off a click. Maybe. There we go. And it's running, I can just hear it. Barely touch. So then I go in and step on the brakes once. There we go. So that's that one there. Now I'll go to the other one of those two. And this one here is on this end. So in order to, that pin that holds the shoe is this way. So the star, in order to make it longer, the pin longer, I'm going to want to turn the star the other way. There's like one click. Okay. Go one more here.
Looks like you're almost done.
I just got started. First wheel.
Wheel number one.
Yep.
I had to drag one of her kids so I could use the 220% off coupons.
Oh.
Yeah, the media was 37 bucks for a 50-pound, but I got it for 30 with the coupon.
Oh, cool.
Then the blaster came out to 28 bucks.
Huh.
Dude, oh yeah, those style of drums. I'm used to the back at work. Damn new cars.
I know, doesn't it suck?
Yeah. I like the front personally.
There we go, that's that one. I think you can probably hear that drag just a little bit, and that's the way I adjust them. And still the roll's free, but it just touches in a spot or so. Anyway, so that one there is good to go, and I'll go on to the next. Do that all the way around, and then the brake pedal ought to be way up top, right where it should be. The first few times after doing this and you drive it, you got to remember, because you're used to the pedal headed down to the floor ways, and you kind of stand on them a little bit hard the first couple times when you're stopping, but you get used to it real quick. Well, we got the fronts done, so now it's on to the rear, and being as these rims are so wide, you can't get a screwdriver down in here to pop that cover, a normal screwdriver, so as usual, the right tool for the job here, bent screwdriver. I have a few of them laying around. I have one in the glove box in case I get a flat and gotta pull this guy off of here. So just get in behind it, and gotta kind of get in between the clips on this and pop it out of there. Those clips I put on it, these wheels didn't have clips on them, so I went ahead and put some clips on it anyway. And being as this is the rear of the car, the wheel cylinder is at the top, and the adjusters are down here on the bottom. The cylinder up here, adjusters down here, one there. So same kind of deal. Get it down here towards the center and get the light back here where we can kind of see up in there. There it goes. Okay, that was about 2.5 clicks, and I can feel it rubbing pretty good. Go ahead and back it back off again. You can hear it rubbing that one spot, and yet it still turns fine, so that's where I'm going to leave that one at. Go in, hit the brakes. Trip over the floor jack. There we go. Alright, so that's that one. And we'll go around to the back side of that same place. Right there. And we're going to want to have it go the other direction. Let's see if I can do it. Right there. Okay, that tightened her up real good. So, gotta back that one off just a bit. Okay, so I'm gonna call that one good. Go ahead and put the cap back on. And we'll go around the other side. Anyway, brakes adjusted, clips in place. Make sure you get it started. There she went. Yeah, if you don't get it started on all the clips, you'll bend one off. Anyway, that's it. Brakes adjusted. Go ahead and put the manyrd back on the ground here. I guess I'll check his oil, being as he has some leaks, and top it off if it needs, and be on my way. Anyway, that's a quick brake adjustment, and thanks for watching.